Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Friday, February 16. Government is projecting to spend nearly $774 billion to manage the affairs of the country in the 2018-2019 fiscal year. Finance Minister Audley Shaw tabled the estimates of expenditure in the House of Representatives yesterday. For the 2018-2019 financial year, $560 billion will be spent on recurrent expenses, including money for public sector wages and managing hospitals and schools. More than $213 billion is also budgeted to carry out capital projects, including work on some major traffic corridors. With a total of approximately $397 billion, the Ministry of Finance once again gets the largest share of the budget, most of which is earmarked to take care of the country's debt obligations. Education continues to be a priority, with the second largest budgetary allocation, amounting to $104.7 billion. While delivering the throne speech yesterday, the Governor-General indicated that national security would be the government's major area of focus in the new fiscal year, and the budget bears out that commitment. The ministries allocated $78.5 billion, including a sizable capital budget of $12 billion, which is more than double the $5 billion provided in 2017-2018. Other notable allocations include approximately $67 billion to the Ministry of Health, $33 billion for economic growth and job creation, $10.8 billion for local government, and just over $9 billion each to the Ministries of Justice and Transport and Mining. The Standing Finance Committee of Parliament will begin its examination of the planned expenditure later this month before the budget debate opens in early March, when the Finance Minister will expand on how it is to be financed. In the meantime, government has tabled its spending projections for the next 3 financial years, in addition to the 2018-2019 estimates of expenditure. Projections for 2019-2020 indicate reduced spending of $36.98 billion. The allocations are projected to increase in the next 2 fiscal years, with $807.9 billion budgeted for 2020 to 2021 and $789.3 billion for 2021 to 2022. Finance Minister Audley Shaw says the projections reflect the level of spending that will continue on existing programs and projects and to maintain government's operations at the current levels.
The projections are rolling and are not static, but will be revised each year to ensure alignment of expenditure with the forecasted resources envelope and government's policy priorities. Obviously, this will also indicate levels of growth achieved and the success in revenue enhancement, including enhanced tax compliance initiatives.
Minister Shaw says the additional 3-year projected spending will become a permanent fixture in the estimates of expenditure and will be extended to the revenue estimates.
This is an effort to provide more information to the public about the government's future spending intentions, and this is in keeping with the administration's commitment to greater fiscal transparency and accountability.
The National Identification and Registration Authority regulations will be developed and tabled in the House of Representatives by September 2018. Governor-General Sir Patrick Allen made that announcement as he delivered the 2018-2019 throne speech Thursday morning. He said work to transform the RGD into the National Identification and Registration Authority will also begin in the 2018-2019 legislative year. And to support the enrollment of persons in the NIDS, a national address database will be established, indicating where all parcels of land are located within the island.
Ensuring that every citizen of Jamaica can be identified and known to the state so that their rights and entitlements can be preserved and planned for in advance is necessary. It is necessary for the country to continue on that path to prosperity.
In support of this, government will continue work to digitize the records of the Registrar General's Department and develop processes to link the records of births and deaths to prevent identity theft. Meanwhile, the Governor-General also announced yesterday that $220 million will be spent this fiscal year on 2 programs to expand and improve the island's water capacity and infrastructure. $120 million is earmarked for the construction and maintenance of rural water supplies, which includes catchment tank rehabilitation and rainwater harvesting. $100 million will be used to rehabilitate irrigation systems, which will improve productivity and food security in the agricultural sector.
The government continues to work towards the availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all.
And finally, 42 females graduated as the nation's first cohort under the Jamaica National Service Corps on Saturday. The Jamaica National Service Corps was established in May 2017 within the Jamaica Defense Force. It's part of the Housing Opportunity Production and Employment HOPE program, which aims to provide educational and job opportunities for young people. The females were among a total of 226 soldiers who completed 14 weeks of training at the Montego training camp in St. Anne. The graduates received training in military service knowledge, basic first aid and weapons handling, among other areas. Attorney General Marlene Malahoo Fort congratulated the recruits and urged them to stick to the values learned during their training.
In the past few weeks, the core values of the JDF would have been instilled in you: discipline, integrity, honor, commitment, courage, and loyalty. These are values that we so urgently need to see more of in society as we progress towards increased levels of peace and productivity.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.